Talking running backs here on Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn on day 5 of fall camp. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast for the Auburn Tigers as we try to continue our coverage on Auburn as they get ready for the Advocare Classic against Oregon Ducks down in Arlington, Texas. Let's go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel, where it's always great to be an Auburn Tiger. And on the loveless village of the Plains, the battle cry is War Eagle. Okay, so during the offseason, Tim Horton, the former running backs coach from Auburn, it appears that he was going to take an off-the-field role, but it turns out he went on and exited altogether. Gus Malzahn presumably made the change with Tim Horton being the running backs coach, because if you really look at the last couple of years, recruiting for the running back position hasn't necessarily been up to par. You know, you got some misses with Devin Barrett, had a couple other guys that just didn't pan out, and then you have Kam Martin and Shaun Shivers, who are not particularly bad running backs, but, you know, it just didn't have that dynamic running back, that program-changing running back that Auburn is accustomed to having access to. So with all of this in mind, Gus Malzahn decides to go another way and picks up on Carnell Williams. Now, the reason why this is really significant is because, honestly, guys, we don't really know what Carnell Williams' coaching ability will be. But we do know he was an excellent running back at Auburn. His influence alone will be beneficial to these guys. And he seems to be the type of guy that is very studious of his craft. One of the better running backs in Auburn history. His junior and senior year combined for well over 2,000 yards, combined with Ronnie Brown to help lead the Auburn Tigers to the 2004 SEC championship. Probably could have made an argument to have been in the national championship, but that's neither here nor there. A very historic season for Auburn. One of the more balanced teams that Auburn has had in history, because both the offense and the defense were very quality and were very sound and spectacular that year. So as we go into fall camp for 2019, we understand that, you know, chances are the guys that are going to get the majority of the touches, you're looking at Boobie Whitlow, DJ Williams, Shaun Shivers, Kam Martin, maybe Harold Joyner, maybe even Mark Anthony Richards, who actually turned out to be one of the highest recruited running backs that Auburn has had in a couple of years. We want to know which running back benefits the most from what Carnell Williams can potentially offer as a football coach, as a running backs coach. We're going to take each guy and kind of dissect. Now, we look at Shaun Shivers. Shaun Shivers is very quick. He doesn't mind attacking the line of scrimmage. People cite a lot about his height and all this other stuff, but he is a legit good running back and should get a lot more touches than he has in the past. He has some great moves, and once he gets in the open field, he's a game-breaking type running back. I think he benefits from Carnell Williams because Carnell Williams can help solidify a little bit more vision. I think sometimes Shaun Shivers definitely didn't give us enough of a sample size to see what he could do, but just showing up that vision and continuing to combine that vision with the speed, and Shaun Shivers could be absolutely deadly. DJ Williams seems to be the most prototypical running back, SEC running back out of the group. I think Carnell Williams can also, with him, you know, help to hone those skills. Of course, the vision and the juke. I would like to see a little bit more agility, you know, as far as the juke move goes. And because he definitely shows a lot of power, but definitely want to get a few more yards with those with those high quality juke moves. Same way with Boobie Whitlow. Boobie Whitlow was probably one of the more versatilely athletic running backs out of the situation. He came to Auburn actually as in a last-minute deal as a 3-star wide receiver out of Lafayette, Alabama, which at the surface was kind of scary in and of itself, because typically as a Power 5 team with hopes to make it to a championship, you don't really want to have a 3-star athlete turn out to be your starting running back. Now, that has worked out okay for Auburn, but that's not something that's sustainable. That usually doesn't happen. And it can be kind of scary and nerve-wracking, but so far it's worked. Now, I think the guy that could benefit the most from Carnell Williams coaching is Kam Martin. Kam Martin, we throw the term out there, change of pace, but the bottom line is he has one move, and he darts right up the middle, and pretty much after that, the first line of contact, he's going down. He might run the guy over. That's something that he has become good at. But one thing Kam Martin can do, and I just don't believe his game has just been tested. They've allowed him to just be a change of pace guy. Okay, all we need you to do is go in there and dart up the middle for about 5 or 6 yards, kind of give us a different look, and we're good to go. I think this is an opportunity for Carnell Williams to really challenge Kam Martin, because I don't think he's been challenged yet. He's been allowed to do that little, like I said, that little one step, that one quick move, or that one move around the corner where he just runs the guy over, but he doesn't try to make any kind of moves to gain more yards. And I think with Kam Martin, he's just too small to not have that ability, you know, to only be the change of pace. I think that's probably the biggest opportunity coaching-wise that Carnell Williams has, is to make Kam Martin a little bit more agile, especially in the intermediate part of the football field. Because usually, unless it's wide open, Kam Martin is going to get tackled. Showing Kam Martin that, hey, you can do more. You can be more than just a change of pace back. And that's something that I'm looking for in these running backs, is for each running back to be able to accentuate their opportunities. And I feel like, you know, based on the totality of everything, that Kam Martin has the best position to benefit from Carnell Williams coaching. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. A brief one. We're going to do a couple of more probably later on today, talking about the running backs day 5 of spring football. I think Kam Martin has the best opportunity to maximize his potential under Carnell Williams. On this channel, it's always great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.